You are live.
We're laughing, we're scratching, we're live. We are live. We are live here at IWK. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get in the room. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Give everybody a chance to get in the room here at IWK. Share it out. If you are in the room, share it out, share it out, share it out. We are live tonight on movie night. Cannabis from a few minutes to get in here. Usually I have music playing now or a commercial or something and give everybody that 2 minutes, to get in here and shit, so they're not just kind of sitting here looking at us going, dum-de-dum-de-dum, we're waiting for you to get here. We're waiting for you. You don't want me to sing, huh? Got some numbers going up on the ticker. We got some people coming in. Right
Hello,
on,
Bonnie.
Hello,
how
hello,
are you?
Bonnie. Right on.
So what are you dabbing on there, Kim? You were telling me just before we went live.
Yes. All our viewers out there, if you're with us already, getting geared up here tonight. Most people say, when they ask me, what are you smoking, Kim? Everybody's like, black tuna. She always smokes black tuna. That's all she smokes is black tuna. Guess what? Surprise, surprise. I'm not smoking black tuna tonight. Hey, Angie, how's it going, honey? I am not smoking black tuna tonight. I got a nice treat in the mail. I got a little gift from a sponsor. The most recent sponsor box for 710 Deli Sush that I shared on IWK, of course, comes from First Nations Medicinals in Cape Real. And there was a little package in there for me. And this is for you. I said, oh, thank you so much. So I got some sweet stuff here. Got some sweet Pegasus is in the house. Premium shatter. This particular brand of Pegasus is Jack Hare, one of my favorite strains of all time. Is of course Jack Hare, and being tonight we're watching Jack's Garage, I thought, well, we got to get out the Jack Hare and keep the Jack theme going on here at IWK. We're celebrating Jack, all things Jack, including Jack Hare from Pegasus X Premium brand extracts there. So I got a nice little sweet deal going on in my dish tonight.
Wicked.
Look at that.
Wicked. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man. Smoking some Jack tonight. Watching some Jack, smoking some Jack. It's all about the Jack.
All about the Jack. Oh, shout out to Bonnie.
Hey,
happy birthday, Bonnie.
Oh, right on. Happy birthday, Bonnie, on movie night. This is an awesome way to celebrate your birthday. We'll do a toke with you on that note. Happy birthday, Bonnie.
Happy birthday. Cheers.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Nummies. So good. Had to go back for more.
Woohoo. Hello, Mike. Hi, Bernadette. How you guys doing? Welcome to the show.
So yeah, the doc, Jack's Garage. Now I've seen it. I am really excited to watch it again. This will be, I think, fourth, maybe fifth viewing of this particular doc, and I'll probably watch it 5 to 10 more times after this without problem. I think I see something in the background new every time. I pick up a word or a nuance in a sentence new every single time I watch it. New bits of information, that maybe I was busy getting a dab during that part and I missed it and I catch it next time. So I'm happy to watch it one more time. And we got lots of newbies in the house that have never seen it before. And I'm excited for reactions as well as responses afterwards. Cindy, you've never seen it, and JJ's never seen it.
No. Of course, I've heard of it. I watched it, watched it as it developed, and I watched trailers. When they reached out last week and said that and offered to do this tonight, I mean, we were all very excited. And I had the chance to watch it any number of times over the last week, but I really, really, really wanted to watch it tonight and then be able to talk to the cast and crew right afterwards. Like, I mean, to me, there's no better way to watch any cannabis movie, to be honest, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have a couple of changes. Karen, producer, is unable to be with us this evening. Other priorities came up for some production deadlines that she's on. She was hoping that she would have met them by now and be able to join us, but sadly she's still working. So she is not able to be here for the Q&A this evening. But Kim Salcharski is here. He is, of course, the director of Jack's Garage. Of course, Jack himself is here, and we have a couple of surprise guests this evening. We have 3 supporting cast members that were in the documentary joining us tonight as well, that you will be meeting through the documentary tonight and then have a chance to talk to. And of course, these are the patients that were involved in the making of this documentary and those that gather in Jack's Garage. So we're going to learn everything that happens in Jack's Garage, why they gathered there, all that's taking place, and then get a chance to your brains a little bit afterwards too. And of course, as always, we invite communication through questions. I mean, shoot us out to them. Cindy, you can get them. We can both get them on Messenger. You can send them here on chat wherever you're watching from, either through IWK or through our YouTube page. And the questions and your comments will come to us on the sidebar here.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to watch this.
I don't know. Can you guys hear screaming in the background of my mic?
I hear your son pop up once in a long while, yes. When something really exciting is going on, obviously.
That's my son. That is my adult son. That is my soon to be 27-year-old son. And he is playing video games. Yeah. Oh my God. I just don't know. I have nothing. I have nothing I can say. Yeah, he's all mine.
Oh, Sue, so do I. I've got my 28-year-old daughter and her 27-year-old boyfriend are both gamers as well. The two of them have a system set up, and they both get yelling at the screens from time to time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it gets to be something. I sit here sometimes I'm just like, holy shit. It's he gets screaming, man. He does. He goes on a rock, boy. Hey, Sue Muse is in the house. Lynn's in the house. JD's in the house. That's, of course, Jay and Deb from Ollie Dog. Lots of people in the house. Nice to see you all. Angie Clark, Mike Powell, Bernadette Atwood, Bonnie LeBlanc. Great to see you all. Feel free to chat on the sidebar. Say hello. And if you're new to our stream here, do not forget to grant StreamYard permission to see your name. And that's just so that we see your name instead of Facebook user, just so that we know who we're talking to and we can say hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Yes. 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 She does.
Okay. So,
well, we're almost at movie time. We're going to do a couple of tokes and tell everybody, get your questions ready because we're going to be firing them at the cast.
At everybody. Yeah. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah.
Usually by now it's 1:15 and we're starting the movie and the time seems to be dragging on for this movie night.
Whenever we're anxious for something, it's like, why is time moving so slowly?
We've been bantering for at least 5 hours. Why haven't we started this thing yet?
Yeah, it's been hours already, right? Come on. How long is this stream? I'm so ready to hit play.
Oh, shit.
Well, I think we just need to do another dub to pass some time.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and that always helps, right?
No, you good? There's a Rick and Morty one here. All right. Well, I'll hit this one here. All right. We all got dab rigs. Dab rigs everywhere. Mine's battery, so it's like, okay. Da 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 da. Oh, look, smoke! Hooray!
Sue, Michelle couldn't make it this evening, but she does send her love, and hopefully she is able to watch from home.
Big ups. Shout out to Michelle.
I'll say that without joking. A big shout out to Michelle. We miss you and love you, sweetheart.
What she said.
JJ over in the corner just to giggle into herself. Look. Oh, thanks, Sue. Poor Kim. Whenever they look at me when we were doing Open Your Eye, I'd be sitting there grinning ear to ear. You wouldn't see any eyes. I think Kim has.
I muted for that one. I muted for that one. That was horrible. Big ass dabs. I'd start coughing, and my old man Steve, right? Such a sympathetic soul. I'm coughing. It's like, oh my god, I'm dying. I'm coughing, and he looks at me, he's like, big. Thanks, sir. Well, I'll do so big dabs, right? Well, that'll teach you self-inflicted.
Well, that's the thing with the straws too. When I use a straw, I never really know how big of a dab I'm getting, and because you inhale so smooth. It's the exhale that kills me.
Yeah. When we go to the movie, I'm going to probably reboot. I'm going to leave StreamYard and come back in because I've got a lag going on. I know that usually doesn't affect the stream of the movie because it's a direct connect. So hopefully it plays all right. last time I left the room and left StreamYard playing with the movie. Everything was fine when I came back. So fingers crossed that that's what's happening again tonight. But of course, it is all trial and error with brand new tech, and we're all learning the brand new tech. So hopefully it'll come off without a hitch. We are going to be viewing the movie through Vimeo this evening. I purchased it on Vimeo, and that's the copy that we'll be viewing tonight. And of course, during the Q&A afterwards with the cast and crew, we also have giveaways. So stay tuned for that. The director Kim has graciously given up some paraphernalia. Got I think a toque and a grinder that we're going to be passing out tonight. You and I will collaborate and figure out how we're going to do that while the movie's playing. And we hope everybody enjoys tonight's movie. It does take about a minute, 30 to 60 seconds for the movie to load up once Cindy and I disappear from the screen. So just give it a few minutes to get going, and hopefully we won't have any false starts, and it'll play the first time around. If there are tech problems, then I will shut it down, and it'll take me to 2 minutes or so to get back in here, reboot the movie, and then start again. But that's how it'll go down if we do have a false start.
Yep.
So hang in there, grab more popcorn, roll another joint if that's what happens. But fingers crossed, we get it right the first time.
Yes, Bill, we are watching Jack's Garage. We're going to start it here in just about a minute.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. I do have it lined up, and I should be able to add it to the stream. So we will be back at the close of the movie. You'll have a 5-minute intermission, and then right after that, we'll be back with the Q&A with Jack himself, Kim Saltarsky, the director, along with some supporting people, patients that were featured in tonight's movie. So sit back, grab your doobies, grab your popcorn. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to watch Garage here on IWK.
It feels like the clock's been turned back 40 years.
What? Fuck.
We are healing.
I won the and we won the right. In the going to jail for 10 years. And you cannot stop me from saving my life, and you cannot stop me from helping to save the life of someone else. The rules. I'm illegally alive instead of legally dead.
I'm just gonna. Hey, Kim is just rebooting the system, so she'll be back in just a. Waiting for. Oh, she took me out. Now she put me back in. Yeah, so Kim is just rebooting the system. It was a bit jumpy there, some technical issues. So she's doing her thing in the background, and she'll be right back with the movie. Meanwhile, Hi, how you doing? How's everybody? I'm really excited to watch this movie once she gets it going. It's been something that I've been quite interested in for a while since it's been out. So I'm really excited to watch it and be able to have the Q&A with everybody afterwards. I'm pointing down because some of them are backstage, so I'm able to go like, they're right there. Yeah, so has anybody else here? I know that I saw Lynn say that she has seen it before. What about everybody else? Has anybody else seen this before? Or are you in the first time club with myself and JJ? Are we high? Oh yeah, we're high. Not you. So you are one of the first timers along with me. I am yeah, so it's oh, we got Kim Cooper back in the house. Hi Kim. With my picture up, there she is.
Hi guys. Gonna try this one more time. I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Fuck.
Yeah, me too, Angie.
It didn't go. I think there's too many people in the room. I don't know though.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so we're giving this a second try here, folks. See you in a bit.
It's been back for years. Incredible how I feel.
Welcome to Jack Garage, and come on and follow me.
We are healing, taking control.
This the magic happen.
The pink paper. I belong to the group that took the government to court. So this is we won the right to grow, and we state of our own medicine. You see, when I was making the cannabis oil, my life, I went to jail for 10 years because I was processing cannabis. I found Criminal Code 262. You cannot stop me from my life. You cannot stop me from helping the life of someone else. That's law. So those are the rules that we work under in the world. So I'm illegally alive instead of legally dead.
was an electrician and a welder. And so then I went into work in a factory, and that's major
tunnel, bilateral track, 2 torn rotator cuffs, 2 torn bicep tendons, snapped my leg up and then torn the meniscus tendon. The cartilage is gone. I was on Oxycontin, I was on morphine, I was on the fentanyl patch. I chewed Tylenol number 4, 20, 30 of them a day, 800 milligrams of Celebrex, 2,000 milligrams of mercury. Was going on the needle for my diabetes. I was on 5 blood pressure medication. I was on medication because I was on medication. I was on cholesterol medication. By the time it was all done, I was on 22 medications. The right guy had crossed my path, and he said to me, he said, Jack, you're best. And so I had been in the decarb camp for 6 months. And that's just cannabis that's been decarboxylated at 240 degrees, 45 minutes. Now it's activated. You take THC delta. THC is what cures. Now I have a spring house. Well, after I got off, thinking everything is hunky-dory, my back still felt like it was broken. And so they told me I was a muscle, live with that. And then once I peed and I started to pass all this blood, like I slashed my wrist, that's prostate was involved. You don't know what to do. The over have your battery constructed to this, and that's when I had the research homework. It was me. My life was toxic, my hair was toxic, my food was toxic. So I had to clean my plate. Once I cleaned my plate, it fixed everything. It fixed my blood. It gave me use of my upper girdle. I'm a person that couldn't walk before. Smiles every single morning. Good boy, Jasper. Very fortunate to have a place like this to walk. For a guy that couldn't walk, that's not yet. Garden is very, very important. First off,
Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. We are working on it. A solution is being found, and we will be right back with you. Yeah, so I'm going to stay for a minute. There we go. I'm going to take off my avatar. We have a different version that I believe Kim is now going to get ready and bring in. And with any luck, it'll play better than this one. It doesn't seem to be going smoothly. So if you just bear with us just for a couple of minutes, we'll have that going. Yeah. Sue is not leaving. Neither am I. So I asked a question here before we got it going for the second time. Who's seen it? Who hasn't? Sue asked me if I was high. I said, yes, I was. So Bonnie has seen it. Really cool. What do you think, Bonnie? David hasn't finished yet because he unfortunately got really high and passed out. Sue's really excited to see it. Me too. And Angie is in the same boat as me. She's watched all the trailers, but she hasn't seen it yet. So I'm really excited to get this going. And so we're not going to go anywhere, and this will get going. So for the people that saw it, what'd you think? You know, how excited should I be? Because I'm pretty excited. I'm going to go over here. Okay. There's another chat stream. I had to go take a look because there was there. How you doing, David? Yeah. So it just means that we're going to have an extra long sesh. Hi, Kim. Welcome back.
I got the new link from Kim Saltarsky. The director sent me the link to the YouTube one. It is in segments, but the next segment will play as soon as the first segment ends. There will be minor pauses in between, but it'll all happen automatic. And I just loaded it, and wow, it buffered way far. The last version on Vimeo was buffering this much, and this one is buffering this much. So hopefully it'll play without glitching. All right, so we're gonna try this one more time, Cindy. Fuck me, third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm, and thanks everybody for sticking with us.
I'm having a big fat dab when I get this going.
I agree. I'm getting ready.
Fat dab time. Fat ass dab. All right, and you don't want to see my face like go doing the whole
Now I'm talking with me. Look, you cut me up for an avatar, but that's okay. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, it took a lot of years to get these. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hey, third time. See you after the show. Maybe. Nope, it's putting me up. There we go.
It feels like the clock's been turned back 40 years. It's incredible how I feel. Welcome to Jack's Garage, and come on and follow me.
We are healing, taking control.
This is where all the magic happens. I have the pink paper, so I belong to the group that took. So this is when we won the right to grow, and we won the right to alter the state of our own medicine. You see, when I was making, so I saved my risk going to jail for 10 years because I was processing cannabis oil. Then I'm criminal 262. You cannot stop me from saving my life, and you cannot stop me from helping to save the life of someone else. That's law. So those rules that we work under, when you're dying, you have no rules. So I'm illegally alive instead. Illegally alive instead of legally dead.
I was an electrician and welder when the injury took place.
Lateral carpal tunnel, lateral nerve entrapment, 2 torn rotator cuffs, 2 torn bicep tendons, snapped my leg up, torn meniscus tendon, the car knocks, and I was on morphine. I was on number 4, 20, 30 of them a day. 100 grams of Celebrex, 2 milligrams of pharma. I was getting a needle for my diabetes. I was on 5 blood pressure medication. I was on medication because I was on medication. I was strong. Time it was all done, I was on 22 medications. The right guy had crossed my path, and he said to me, he said, Jack, you're dying here. And he said, you need to ingest. And so I had been ingesting the decarb cannabis capsules for 6 months. And that's just cannabis that's been decarboxylated at 240 degrees for 45 minutes. Now it's activated. You've taken it from THCA and switched it over to THC Delta 9. The THC Delta 9 is what cures. Now I don't even have an aspirin in my house. Well, after I got off all the medications and everything, and I'm thinking everything is hunky-dory, but my back still felt like it was broken. So they told me I was old, it's herniated disc, it's pulled muscle, live with that. And then once I peed and I started to pass all this blood like I slashed my wrist, so that's what it was a bladder cancer, and my prostate was involved. You're lost. You don't know what to do. They overwhelm you with, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to remove your bladder, you can have your bladder reconstructed, this. That's when I had to get very serious, and I started to do my homework. It was me. It was the stress I was under. My life was still toxic. My marriage was toxic. My food was toxic. My friends were toxic. So I had to clean my plate. Once I cleaned my plate, here it is. It fixed everything. It fixed my diabetes. It fixed my blood pressure. It gave me the use of my upper girdle back. I went from a person that couldn't walk before. I walked 5-6 miles every single morning. Clear. Good boy, Jasper. Very fortunate to have a place like this to walk. There was no cats this morning. For a guy that couldn't walk, that's not too shabby. Garden is very, very important. First, gardening is probably one of the most things that you can do. There's nothing better than coming out of here and then picking up some asparagus, a little bit of kale, beet tops. I know exactly what these plants are being fed. Nothing is toxic. Everything is organic. This is the same food that I feed my cannabis plants inside. See, the problem is the sick people can't afford the medication. If I had to buy my medication, it cost me $16,000 a month. I can't afford that. So yeah, that doesn't work. So I get to grow my own meds. Come on in and I'll show you the grow room. Here's the ladies in final stage. We're gonna harvest in a couple of days. I'll get off of this approximately maybe 2 pounds all the time is what I get off the table. It's one of the most relaxing things that you can do is growing your own medicine, because now you're taking part of your own healing. That's what it's all about.
So the endocannabinoid system, I call it the master regulator of our bodily systems. My name's Dr. Ira Price. I've been practicing medicine since 2010. I am a Royal College specialist in emergency medicine with a fellowship in sports medicine and a special interest in chronic pain. And for the last decade, I've been practicing in the area of cannabinoid medicine. So the endocannabinoid system, it's made up of chemicals or neurotransmitters and receptors that those chemicals bind to. Same way you have dopamine in your system, you also have cannabis in your system. The same stuff that's in the plant exists in your body. And that's how the exogenous cannabinoids, or the cannabis that exists in the plant, that's how it interacts with the cannabinoids or the endocannabinoid system that exists within our body. So whether it was in breast milk or whether it was in your central nervous system, the endocannabinoid system is so robust. That's why it's called the master regulator of bodily function.
This endocannabinoid system that we have, so picture your body like a switchboard. Remember the old switchboard where you put. So a whole bunch of those receptors aren't working anymore because of how we eat, the toxins that we are exposed to, everything that we're exposed to. So cannabis isn't fussy. You eat it, it just goes to work. That's its job. Animals love and eat it because it's good for them. It's good for the digestive system. So they have the same endocannabinoid system as we do. That's pretty cool. See, I learned with my last dog, he was 14 and a half, and I was putting him down, and he couldn't walk out the dog door anymore. So I started to feed those decarb capsules to the dog. So he was getting 6 of those. So he was getting a gram and a half of cannabis a day. In 6 weeks, boom, boom, I hear the dog door, and I go, you got to be kidding me. He comes back in again, and 10 weeks later, I'm back over in the field again with my dog. I got another 4.5 years out of my dog. Yeah, it's the fountain of youth. And so like, don't wait until your animal has aches and pains. Give it to it so it don't. And so I learned that right away, like with Bubba Ganoush there, the little Mancoon. So she's on it. The 21-year-old, yeah, they're all on it. Jasper's on it. THC is not hazardous to the animals. There's so much bad information out there. We use the THC just like for what I use for myself. If your animal has cancer, that's what we use. So don't fall for all the stories. The science is there.
In the 60s, we have a doctor in Israel by the name of Dr. Meshulam, and eventually we're able to extract the chemical that causes one to get high, and that was called THC. This led to more research. That's when we started learning that we have a CB1 receptor and we have a CB2 receptor, and we have these lipid-based or fat-based molecules that act as neurotransmitters in our own body that imitate exactly what's in the plant. And that's where the endocannabinoid system started to develop. So we're on such a new frontier right now. I think over time, what we're going to find is that we revolutionize the way medicine is practiced by understanding more thoroughly how the systems interact with each other.
Cannabis is the most important food on the planet. Cannabinoids come from the cannabis plant and breast milk. So we're hardwired for this. It's the only thing that we're hardwired for. We're a cannabis factory. I'm not an OxyContin factory. I'm not a Percocet factory. I'm not a blood pressure medication factory. I'm a cannabis factory. When people ask me, like, should I do the chemo? I said, that's your choice. Have you educated yourself on it? Well, no, I didn't. And I goes, really? So it says, you're just going to blindly do what the guy in the white coat says. You see, the way they do it is very hard on the immune system. The way we do it is your immune system is what got you there. So we just address the immune system. That's what got you there. That's what needs to be fixed. And it makes it very easy when you know what's going into your pie hole, because that's where your immune system is, between your pie hole and your butthole. That's where it is, right there. You see, cancer loves an acidic environment. That's what it loves. So we have to change that. Come on to my fridge. It's a healthy fridge. My fruits and veggies. And so here, it's what I drink is almond milk. Here's the coconut water. So I have apples. I have some cherries, cauliflower. I was a meat eater, and now I don't understand why I ever did eat meat. When you eat your vegetables here, it's one of the healthiest things that you can do. This asparagus soup that I'm making takes you from one end of the alkalinity scale to the other end of the alkalinity scale. That's why your urine smells as soon as you eat asparagus. So it's very, 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 very healthy for you. I can honestly tell you the food that I've been cooking in the last 9 years is strictly vegetarian. It's probably the most delicious food I've ever ate in my life. For myself, it's like the clock's been turned back 50 years. And all because I went home and I ate my fruits and vegetables and I shoved cannabis in every hole that I had. That's what I did to save my life. And that's pretty much how we treat all sickness.
Altogether, I think Jack is recommending something that is ideal. Is it practical? As long as somebody can obtain it and sustain it on a long-term basis, I think it's great.
My smoothies, that's probably one of the most important meals of the day. It consists of all my veggies in the fridge, and the supplements that go in it is ginger, hawthorn, ginseng, alfalfa powder, Ceylon cinnamon, turmeric and black pepper, pineapple core, apple fiber, and it's a complete meal in itself. I look at my food like this. Your food is your medicine, and your medicine is your food. That's how it works. You ate yourself sick, you have to eat yourself healthy. Methionine is what cancer feeds on. Methionine is in our foods, and so we need that. So in fruits, nuts, vegetables, and beans, the number is 80. So anything over and above that now is detrimental to our health when we have cancer. Eggs is 240, chicken is 480, and fish is almost 700 off the charts. So that feeds cancer directly. So cut off the food supply, use cannabis, goes and shuts off the light switch, and now we have apoptosis of the cancer. So if you eat like a vegetarian, some people, they still get cancer because it's usually stress. And so you have to look at what we call the emotional causes of cancer. And for me, it was being raped by my uncle when I was a little boy, and then keeping all that in, and then living across the street from the house where it happened for the last 34 years. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with. To deal with that, I had quantum hypnosis done. The object of the game was to take the pain of the little boy and help Jacob heal. And it was that simple. And this is what allows me to talk about it. Yeah. So the biggest thing is people can't face themselves. If you got a lot of baggage, that has to be dealt with. And it wasn't easy. And trust me, it wasn't easy. I mean, I don't wish this journey on anybody. So the biggest thing is proper frame of mind. Sorry. I won the lottery. I'm still alive. You know, I can't explain it. Grateful. I'm so full of love. I had given up many, many things, and I gravitated to the music because the music makes me happy. I play to my animals. I play to my plants. Music is a very important part of the healing journey. Half my band are medicinal cannabis users, and they all have miracle stories. Jack's Garage, when we go and play, the money that we get paid, we put it into a kitty, and we help sick people with it.
I deal with people in England, Australia, Africa, South America, Costa Rica, Taiwan, Cambodia, Israel, everywhere.
I'm a guy in a garage, and I've done my homework. You know, it's like this. You got a pretty good chance if you cross my path. Hey, so we've got a lot of success stories.
If you think cannabis is just for getting high, you're way off track. You don't know Jack. You don't know Jack.
I deal with people in England, Australia, Africa, South America, Costa Rica, Taiwan, Cambodia, Israel, everywhere.
I'm a guy in a garage, and I've done my homework. You know, it's like this. You got a pretty good chance if you cross my path. Hey, so we've got a lot of success stories.
I'm a housekeeper, and cannabis has allowed me to be able to keep working. 2 years ago, I had what they call Takotsubo, ballooning of the left ventricle of the heart. It mimics a heart attack. So I was in the hospital in ICU for about 3 or 4 days, and they did the angiogram, found there was no blockages. They say in about 3 to 4 months, your heart should go back to normal size with rest and care, and they put you on the regimen of drugs that a regular heart attack person would have. And that didn't make a lot of sense to me because I didn't have blockages. So why am I on a beta blocker? Why am I on blood pressure medication when my blood pressure is low to begin with? So I kind of fought a little bit with the cardiologist, and he was upset because I weaned myself off the drugs before I saw him the second time. And he basically fired me, and I went, no, I fire you. Like, it was insane. Honestly, you have to be your own health advocate in this day and age. You just have to. Use common sense. If it doesn't feel right, doesn't look right, it probably isn't right. When I started to ingest, not just smoke, but to ingest it, within 30 days, I knew. It's just like, I can't believe it. I sleep, way less pain, happy. It's been now a little over 3 years since I had the Takotsubo, and I have the all clear, and I feel fantastic. We do like a coffee club every morning, so we're always around, and we just talk about cannabis and helping people.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Knock, knock, knock. I'm back.
Just have a look at us. You know, we were all terminal. That's the best part. We were all terminal. We're still here.
We were stopped at a red light in a Cadillac, and a transport truck hit us from behind, dragged the car about 1.5 miles before everything came to a stop. My sister-in-law was killed in the accident, and my husband and I were left with life-altering injuries. My neck was broken in 3 places. My jaw, my ear was ripped off. My shoulder was ripped apart. My arm broken. My right hip, all my teeth smashed and broken. And I was very much tied to my pharmaceuticals, the doctors, the need for the meds. I mean, I couldn't function at all without them. And then a doctor, I started to cry in his office when he, made the mistake of asking me how my day was. It wasn't a good one. And in part of the conversation, he said to me, he goes, you need to meet Jack Kungle. We hit it off right away. And again, it's because we discovered so many things in common. And I was fully onto the cannabis and off all of my pharmaceuticals, including 380 milligrams of morphine. My license is for 30 grams a day, and I use it in all forms, but the most important for me is the FICO. And the FICO is what holds Humpty Dumpty up together. I mean together. My neck doesn't lose connection with my body maybe twice a year now, as opposed to upwards to 5 times a day. I have squamous cell carcinoma. I was full of tumors in my bladder, my bowel, my kidneys, my breasts. In the last month and a half, found out that the last tumor in my kidney is gone. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Back when I was 25 or whatever, smoking a joint on a Friday night, did I ever think that cannabis was going to be that cure-all that was going to save my life? Not in a million years. My biggest regret is that I didn't know sooner.
I was seeing double. I had migraine headaches. I had tinnitus. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. I've had skin cancer. I've had basal cell carcinomas and squamous cell carcinomas. And this is my hand. You see, this is my right hand. You can see how swollen it was. I had heard of Jack healing from cancer. I knew that he used cannabis, so it was very difficult for me to come over here. It took about 3 years because the stigma was so great. Oh, I was so scared. I was looking around to make sure that people didn't see me come here. And he was like, hey, come in, he gives me a hug. And he had this stuff set up at the table, some baked goods, some cookies, there was a vaporizer. And he started talking about this endocannabinoid system. And I had never heard of that. And then he talks to me about eating this and eating that and this. And he goes, and I can do this and I couldn't do this before and all this stuff. And I was like, my head was spinning. I wrote down, I brought a binder. And so I incorporated the things that he told me. I embrace nature. It's all part of my wellness plan. Here's some of my girls. I'm super grateful for them. This is an indica. This is going to help with healing and with sleeping and with rest. I have not seen a doctor in over a year. They call me, the hospital calls me once to make tests, squish my body pieces and take, looks at, and I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm pharmaceutical free. And if nothing else, by me doing this, my intent is to bring hope, which is having only positive expectations.
I'm Steve Lozon, known as Lumpy more than my name. I'm 57, normal, healthy childhood. My father was diagnosed with MS when I was under the age of 5. He lived till he was 45. I was diagnosed with MS when I was in my early 20s, as he was. When I was first diagnosed, I was paralyzed from the neck down. I couldn't feed myself. I started with cannabis almost instantly. It's what saved my life to be not like my father. In order to keep my license for cannabis, which kept me alive, I've been put through by the doctors the full opiate list. I've been on Oxycontin, morphine, methadone, gabapentin in doses that they won't even let people take now. That's what the doctor wanted me to go through. He said that he would sign my license as soon as I exhausted all of his remedies. As time went on, I relied solely on smoking for easily 10 years. Then I met Jack. He talked me into the ingestion process. Smoking seems to help sensory very quickly, whereas eating it makes joint pain and relief last very long. I went back to work as an auto mechanic for most of my life. I just stopped being it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, because my shoulders won't do it anymore. It's funny to see new people come into the garage because you can tell their quest for knowledge right away. Because they see what happens with people like Jack and me and Deb and Peggy, Linda, where most people would have been saying, oh, you ain't going to see that person in 2 years. And here we are, bigger and stronger than we were 2 years ago.
So, could you tell me what you got going on?
It's stage 3 ovarian cancer. When they did the first CT, they found the mass with a dark shadow at the base, and they found 2 spots on the liver. When they did the hysterectomy, and there's another word that they used to take out the stomach lining because they had to pull all that liner out.
The cities.
Yeah.
Like the silver skin on meat. Right. So that's the silver skin.
Right.
Okay, on the outside.
They removed all of that. Yeah, that was all cancers as well. They did a wash. The oncologist said it's basically like your first chemo treatment where they do all of your insides. They have me scheduled right now for 6 chemo treatments starting February 13th.
So you have your work cut out for you, my dear.
I do.
What's your diet like?
My diet's really good. A lot of fruits and vegetables, in the 50 to 60 percentile, about 20% protein.
What's protein?
Usually lean meats, white, chicken, fish.
Fish and chicken is one of the most toxic things that you can be eating if you have cancer.
Shit.
Cancer feeds on methionine and cancer feeds on sugar. So no bread, no pasta, no potatoes, no sugar, no red meat, no dairy products, no eggs, no chicken, no fish.
Okay.
So you're going to be ingesting. You're going to be doing suppositories, vaporize, put it in your smoothie. Just get it into
Any way
you.
you can get it in.
Okay.
Any way you can get it into you.
Okay.
And so don't be afraid of this plant.
I'm not
Use
afraid
it,
of the plant.
Use it until it makes you sleep. That's
Okay.
when you heal. You stay there until we get an all clear.
It's a lot to drink in.
It's fucking
It's overwhelming. You know your head's swimming as it is.
And it's got to be like flashbacks for you too, even
yes.
sitting here. I'm so
Exactly.
sorry.
I was sitting in your chair. Exactly
sorry.
where you are.
Put you through it
And
again.
5 years ago, I was sitting right there.
It's all good.
Okay.
We'll do what we can. Okay? We'll do what we can. As you see, she was pretty distraught. I had no hope or anything. Now she has a plan of attack. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started. It's always through some type of tragedy or something like that that we all become healers.
So here's Carol, just one of the thousands of people that have passed through your garage in search of natural healing. What's it feel like to be a healer now on the 9th anniversary of finding out you had bladder cancer and pay it forward in this special way?
But the guy that brought her was cancer-free because of what I had done to help him. I can't explain that. You know, there is no feeling like that. I mean, somebody that survived by what I had showed him try this. Now he's bringing somebody else. That's what it's like. I don't have any words
court.
If you think cannabis is just for getting high, you're way off track. Ooh, you don't know Jack. You don't know Jack.
Cannabis has been around for thousands of years. And for thousands of years, cannabis was used therapeutically.
In 1937, you could get it from India. You could order it. This country had this oil. This country had this oil. Yeah, documentation's right there. That all ended because of the Federal Drug Administration when they came in and started to sell you synthetics. When they went, here's the aspirin, and they systematically took cannabis out of pharmacopoeia because cannabis wasn't everything up until 1937.
For about 100-year period, we had a very dark time in our lives. We had cannabinoids that were outlawed. So we didn't have the ability to study them as much as we wanted.
It's just incredible. The United States government holds a patent on cannabis, patent number 6630507, as a neuroprotectant. They patent the cannabinoids. So they knew. They know. Shame on you. So do you see how hard they work to keep that away? I found the information. I went and looked. And the more I looked, the more upset I got. And when I found out that we're a cannabis factory and it's in breast milk, you got to be kidding me. So then after that, there was no more rules. That's like telling me my spit and my urine is illegal. They've trained us to be stupid. This is very, very sad. You've been trained to take rules. You believe the guy in the white coat, and it's very sad that that guy hasn't educated himself. If your doctor doesn't believe in cannabis, find yourself another doctor.
Carol passed away a month ago yesterday. It was a very aggressive cancer. I don't know, I guess she went down to about 95 pounds near the end. And week before she passed, she had a stroke. And then it just took her. But she put up a hell of a fight. And, you know, like we said, you know, we'll do what we can to help.
We don't win every single one.
No.
Because when she did come, it was pretty advanced at that time. And so everybody had their work cut out for her, especially her.
Yeah.
Sad.
It was sad. She got to say goodbye to all her brothers and sisters. Ray held the phone there, and they all said their goodbyes to her.
See, one good thing about when it comes towards the end like that, you're not in a drug-induced coma.
Yeah.
From the morphine or the oxy or the fentanyl or any of that. And so this is where cannabis is probably one of the best end-of-life care that there is. You know,
Yeah.
you still can talk to them.
Yeah.
And they basically just go to sleep.
Yep. Exactly.
I loved her. She was my male. You always
Oh,
had
yeah.
a great smile.
And a laugh.
Yeah, always. Hey, I look forward to seeing her.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is we don't win them all. I learn from every experience as to hopefully we can change something in the protocol to prevent this from happening again. It was very hard, and so we did the best that we could. We made her comfortable. She was not in a drugged out coma. Everybody got to say their goodbyes to her, so that was one nice thing. But it's sad. It is very sad for the family. You know, I don't wish this on anybody. This sickness, it's terrible. This is our plague.
There's a lot of sick people out there that need help. So there's a lot of people that need to learn. He's a very intelligent man when it comes to how to use your cannabis to make yourself healthy.
He's walking, living proof it works. I followed in his footsteps. I'd do it again tomorrow.
He's a fantastic human being. And I've watched him progress into that more fantastic human being as time goes by.
All I've learned is nothing has to die in order for me to survive. And this is the best I've ever felt.
Jack is really interesting. It's hard to find humans who are just so not self-absorbed and willing to just risk everything for other people.
He is only a man in a garage that took his health into his hands and healed himself, not just from cancer. He's addressed his demons. He's done the work. He does it every day. He is known around the world for helping people, and good on him for finding the way and being so selfless to help so many others.
When we're talking about the foundation of healing, you have to address everything. Spiritually, you need to be in love with yourself and everything around you. Physically, you need to exercise. Mentally, if you think you're going to have a difficult time with this, you will have a difficult time. If you think that cannabis is going to make you high, it's going to make you high. But if you think, this is going to be a walk in the park, I just got to eat my fruits and vegetables, that's it, and take cannabis, I can do that. That person will do it. Because he didn't put up any hurdles in front of him. Because nobody can do this for you. You have to. All I'm doing, I'm just showing you the way. This is the way I did it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not dispensing any medical information here. All I'm telling you is, this is what I did. This may or may not work for you. It's pretty simple. But if you do your part, you got a good chance.
If you think cannabis is just for getting high, you're way off track. You don't know Jack. You don't know Jack. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack eats so much cannabis, he hates it. Food is your medicine is your food. He's living good for what green thinking can do. If you think cannabis is just for getting high, you're way off track. You don't know Jack. It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasure at hand. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Well, we can't just drift here forever. Let's go, gang.
Mommy, I want some.
It sounds good, Charlie. Why is it yellow?
You're behaving like a pack of people.
This is the last straw.
Okay.
All right, fellas. Hold it down.
Well, this is a nice way to wind up.
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Ungabarga snack bar. Ungabarga popcorn. Mamboomba. Candy. Nuts. Ungabarga ice cream. Hot dog. Hamburger. Unga.
Like Rower said, Rower. Frosty, man, frosty.
Hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving.
My God, and we're back for our movie. I hope along with our intermission joint host house with me tonight. See how
You're breaking up a little bit there, Kim.
We did indeed just see. Pretty spectacular, right?
Holy fuck. Wow.
Yeah.
Every range of emotion I could possibly have, I had watching this movie. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I got a bit of a lag going on. Hopefully it catches up, and it's just my computer because I had all of these other windows open and everything catches up. Right now, I would like to bring, I guess, the man behind the scenes. Let's start off with him. The guy that brought me the idea of launching this tonight messaged me during our movie night last week and said, "Hey, how about showing Jack's garage?" And I was like, fuck yeah. So let's bring in Kim Saltarsky, the director of the movie, is with us tonight. Hey, Kim, how's it going? Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, thanks for hosting it and getting it to finally roll. That was awesome. I love all of that. And the only thing I feel bad about is that the intermissions after was actually better than the documentary.
I don't know about that. That's just me playing around on the photo editor, having some fun while I'm doing my dabs.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason tonight, I really enjoyed that. So thank you.
Yeah, I have fun playing around on that every once in a while and putting some funny stuff together for our viewers. I really enjoyed the movie tonight. We're going to bring in Jack, the star, of course, of the documentary. Jack Kungle is in the house.
Hi, Jack.
Oh, you're muted, Jack. You're muted. I see your mute button is pushed.
Oh.
There we go. Did I got you? Nope. You're muted. We got no volume on you. Try and bring it back in again. No, we got no volume. Okay, hang up and call us back. It worked last time. Let's cross our fingers it works again. While we're waiting for Jack to come in, we'll bring one of the patients that was highlighted tonight, and that is Linda. Linda Lehman is in the house. How's it going, Linda?
Great. Good evening. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad that you could join us. Thank you for joining us. We've got Jack back again. Let's see if we can add his voice to the crew. Do we have you this time, Jack? No. He's still muted. Yeah, we still don't have you. God, we had technical problems during the pre-show test, and then it was working, and now, of course, when we're live, it's not working. He's going to float in and out until we get him going.
The magic of Jack.
It took a couple of tries last time. So
he's here, he's gone. He's here, he's gone.
In his contract, he insisted every time we did press like this, he have a very dramatic entrance. So he's just doing this on purpose.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's just fucking with everyone and having fun, and then he'll come in and it'll be awesome. It's worth it.
Excellent. Well, in the meantime, we can't leave the last lonely soldier in the waiting room down there. We're gonna try and bring Peter in. Let's see how that goes. Are you with us, Peter? I think hopefully you're with us. How's it going?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Awesome. Well, we've got 3 out of 4 so far. If we can get Jack in, then we're good to go. Hopefully we'll be able to work that out. So obviously this was Jack's journey at the start, and then he met all of the rest of you. Kim, how did you wind up getting involved in all this?
Well, I was in the middle of filming a documentary with another amazing set of healers up in Meaford. You know them well. Gary Pallister and Rob May Sr. And while I was doing that, and we were looking for other stories to round out our big pitch to make this a series or a feature film, a good friend down near Windsor said, "Have you heard of Jack Kungle?" I go, "No." And he said, well, you need to. And then, boy, was he right. So then I got a hold of Jack, explained what I was doing. And he said, come on down. And one day led to another in this beautiful film.
Awesome. We're going to try and see if we can get sound in on Jack one more time. He's going to give us the thumbs up. Hey, we have volume with Jack. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
How's
We're just doing
everybody doing?
introductions.
Oh, this shit is driving me crazy. All right, that's
The
just
10th time's a charm.
Like everything just crashed. All the tabs just crashed, and I don't know what happened.
I feel your pain when I'm running on the board here on a live and that happens. It's extremely frustrating. Yeah, because it all goes down. So yeah, I feel your pain there, Jack. I feel your pain for sure. Yeah, Kim, I know Gary very well. Gary and I actually shared a hotel room in Ottawa one night. He was the only male in a room filled with 8 women. We had a 2-bedroom hotel.
Yeah.
And there was 8 women in there. 2 of us were in the same room as Gary. Gary was in the other double bed, and me and another woman was in the other double bed in a room. So yeah, I know Gary pretty good.
Good. Well, the exciting in a couple months, I hope to be releasing the documentary on them. So anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying a friend of a friend told me I should see Jack, and I'm really glad I did.
Yeah, for sure. We are all very glad and very thankful to that friend because that led to the making of this documentary. Jack, you got approached by Kim and his team. Of course, Karen Wookie, who couldn't be here with us tonight because she's busy in production with other things. What was your thoughts when somebody said, hey, we want to make a movie about you?
Well, it's not about me. It's about cannabis is what the movie is about. And I thought it was wonderful because people needed to know the truth about this plant. It's been the biggest lie on the planet that has ever happened. I mean, it's been here since the beginning of time. And if you believe in the guy driving the big spaceship, that's what the 3 wise men brought baby Jesus was cannabisum oil, which is cannabis oil, frankincense oil, and myrrh oil. That's the Holy Trinity, and that's what we use. So, I mean, they've done a wonderful job about lying about this plant. It's the most important food that there is. And so when Kim had approached me, it was absolutely, and it was then, getting people that would be willing to step up and share their story. And so Kim is going to be continuing doing this, and this is why I have brought my friend Pete in here. So I would like him to be involved because he's been on a journey that so people need to know actually what this plant can actually do.
I agree.
For sure. Hey, Pete, go ahead.
Well, little rundown. I'm 34. I'm down here in the southern part of Windsor. I'm in Windsor now. I'm from Harrow. I got to meet Jack a few years back now. It's fortunate that I got to meet him, but unfortunate because when I did it wasn't, it wasn't a good meet. But I'm very thankful for him, as I am. I mean, all you guys I know. I mean, Linda. Only 2 of the faces on here I recognize aside from Jack. But thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you here for sure. I mean, everybody, I think, in this room right now is a patient. We've all got, a story where cannabis has come into our life and saved our lives in multiple aspects of our lives, many times for many of us, and having these patient stories put on in a documentary like this for the masses to see, it shines a different light, like we're not just a bunch of kids sitting around smoking joints here.
When you said that, when you first said, when anybody gets to see Jack, like honestly, when I heard that the documentary was happening, that was the one thing, because meeting him, is awesome, but like again, it's one of those catch-22s. It's like you're either on the receiving end or the good end or the bad end. Like I don't know. It's hard. I'm having trouble with the
Yeah.
word to say, but
yeah. If you're meeting him, that's probably not for a good reason.
Good reason. Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, but he definitely
Yeah.
met him for a reason. Yeah, I'm a recovering opioid addict. I have stories alongside everybody else. So yeah, I mean,
He's done a wonderful job.
It's good. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're happy to hear it.
6 years. 6 years. This November was my 6 years plus.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Oh wow!
That's
Congrats.
a big step. Yeah.
But again, Jack did show
That's
me
huge.
The plan. He showed me how to consume it, what I needed from it. Again, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. That is freaking huge. I'm not sure what happened to Peggy, or if she's gonna make it back. But Linda, you're here. You met Jack because you were treating carcinoma, and you said you learned from Jack about your growing, and how positive expectations come into play. And that resonated with me a lot. I'm really been on an uphill with positivity in my life. I've always been fairly positive, but I did find I got caught in that, what I like to refer to as the dragnet, that came over the population around March and April of last year. And it kind of swept up a whole lot of people that were, basically positive people like me, going with the flow and not really leaning on one side or the other, just sort of right in the middle up there and doing my thing. I got swept up in that net, and I found myself, raging. I'm arguing with people online, and I mean, I was getting into it, and it was like, holy shit. What is going on here? This is so bad. And I said, no, I got to take a step back. We've got to fix this because this is so bad. And I came up with my little thing that I do now, which is called the Peace Train. And I created hashtag Peace Train 2021. And I said, going into 2021, it's going to be all about peace. And you know what? You feel physically better.
Yeah, it's made what Kim has started in the group of people that we have, especially in IWK. I mean, and it's caught on. It's made a huge difference in a lot of people's lives. Like, I mean, mine is a huge one, and the power of positivity is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so when you were speaking to that in the doc, and I thought, that is so true. Your attitude can mean everything when you're in this kind of a fight, right?
Yes, I would like to speak to that and, speak of peace. Peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to deal with it, right? And attitude, I just jotted down a few notes, the points that I'd like to make. And with Jack and going to the garage, he keeps it simple. And so I'd like to just touch on some ABCs. And attitude definitely is the A. Attitude affects altitude. The battle is in the mind. And that is where we win. And we stay in the right mind. We don't fall into that place of fear. So attitude, be yourself, and shut off anything that's outside. This is all that matters, our own individual selves, right? Being our best self. Be yourself to free yourself. And the C, of course, is cannabis. Unfortunately, I was raised with the thought that cannabis was very bad and very wrong. And I had a great amount of fear around it. And it actually was life and death for me. And I chose it. And I went to the garage. And Jack introduced me to a whole new world of which he speaks of cannabis. Yes, there's other spokes. There's vitamin D, vitamin C, things like that. But it's also the effort that we put into it. So A, B, C, D, and E. If it's to be, it's up to me. And the F is fuck cancer. Don't fall into the trap of owning the label that you've been given. It's a diagnosis that people will sometimes take on and run with. That isn't necessarily the case that we need to do. We need to be aware of owning our power, right? Jack took his power back. He educated himself on what it takes to win, and I did what he did. He took a lot of time to learn and implement. I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. I did what he did. I took back my power. I cut the anchor line. That's another thing, right? We get caught up in lives. We get in things that happen.
The
In my
anchor rope.
case, it was
Yep.
my job. I had to cut that anchor tie. I had to focus on myself and be in the present moment. Give thanks for all the things we have. That's one of my tricks is going through the alphabet, giving thanks for everything that we have and living one day at a time. The world is really a great place. We've been told so many lies, and especially now. So Kim took it upon himself to share the truth. Jack chose to save his life, and now he's rippling out. I'm a ripple. I'm honored to be a ripple. At first, I didn't want anybody to know that I went to Jack's garage because the stigma was so great, but I wanted to live. Once I got my health back, how could I keep that to myself? That would be selfish and wrong. And that's what is happening. Each one teach one, each one reach one. And that's what you guys are doing here tonight as well. You know the truth now, and you've taken your health into your own hands, and stay with it. Stay with that positivity, that hope, that having only positive expectations, and your peace train. And we're all aboard peace train. So let's ride on into a future full of peace, love, and happiness, and healing, and miracles, because the world is truly a great, great place to be when we're in our right mind.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Hallelujah.
Fantastic. Here. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Peace Train 2021. You know, Jack just about jumped out of his chair there. You know, when you said, you know, you had to cut that anchor.
The anchor rope. Absolutely.
I think you want to speak to that, do you, Jack?
Yes. Yeah. See the anchor rope. And so what we talk about is your old lifestyle habits and all these things. And so I have a roll of toilet paper over here, and I use it as for demonstration purposes. And so I grab the roll of toilet paper and I says, "This is the anchor rope." I said, "What happens?" I says, "That anchor rope takes you back to that event every single time. You cut the anchor rope, it's finished. Now you move forward. As long as that anchor is there, as long as you're tied to that, it will always be the same. Nothing will change. That anchor stops you from moving forward. And the biggest thing is everybody needs to deal with their shit.
Yeah.
There is no easy way to do this. Taking cannabis, that's the easy part. You put it on your tongue, you do a suppository, you vaporize it. Yeah, it's the lifestyle change that has to happen. Everybody's jaw drops when I say no bread, no pasta, no potatoes, no sugar, no red meat, no dairy products, no eggs, no chicken, no fish. And they all go, "What am I supposed to eat?" And I go, "Well, everything except those 9
what
things."
The fuck?
But you see what happens, everything, all your fruits, nuts, vegetables, grains, and beans, they contain amino acids, and when you eat them, they change the protein. That's how it works. You look at the largest and strongest animals on the planet, not one of them eat meat. Not one. What do you see the meat eaters doing? Resting underneath a tree, saving their energy, trying to catch their next meal. You see, the human body has a very, very hard time processing meat. So if you had a steak 4 months ago, it's still in you. That's why your shit stinks. You go to a vegetarian diet, and you literally, when you go to the bathroom, you can't tell that I've been there and pooped. My shit don't stink. How about that? Ha!
How about that? How about that? You can literally walk around and say, my shit don't stink.
I haven't used any deodorant in over 8 years. You don't stink.
Wow. Well, it's the chemicals that we're excreting that shouldn't be there, right?
Absolutely.
Toxins.
See, Toxins come out 4 ways. You shit them out, you puke them out, you pee them out, or they come out through your skin. That's how it works. And so cannabis, what it does, it purges toxins. So as soon as you start to ingest cannabis, it just goes to work. It's not fussy. It just does whatever it is that you need doing. If you need to lose weight, that's what it'll do. If you need to put on weight, that's what it'll do. If you need to sleep, it'll help you sleep. If you need energy, so there's so many ways to use this plant, but the people don't know how to use it.
Right.
But
and
that's
then-
the biggest thing, with putting this documentary out, Jack. Like, with what you asked me before, that's the best way to say it is everybody gets a chance to meet you this way. Whether and social media is everything now. So meeting you like this is just as good as meeting you. I don't know.
Yeah, and the point is, Jack, not to interrupt, but I really admire you, Peter, because you went to the garage and you listened, and then you did the hardest part was implementing it.
Yeah,
You
I
did
do it my
it.
own way too, because I feel a little bit a part of like a black sheep out of you guys, because I'm not. Cannabis helps me with what I struggle with my addiction. And I'm learning a lot about this. Right, I was on 13 medications. I am still on one pharmaceutical medication, but I mean, getting off of 12 with cannabis and psilocybin, to me, it's a pretty good win. To me,
Congratulations!
I didn't do that.
That's a
before.
big win. You're healed.
Yeah, that's a win.
Huge.
Hell yeah, that's a win.
You're
huge.
healing.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Just a
But
side
I'm-
note, Cindy and I joined host together another show on another network, and it's called Open Your Eye, and our focus is on psychoactives. Yeah, we're looking at the psychedelics. Open Your Eye is focused on iboga, ayahuasca, magic mushrooms, so
There's another way
psilocybin,
of life.
lion's mane, peyote. So yeah,
There's
that's
another
what
way of
that
life that
show
I
looks
feel
at.
that they have put belittled or suppressed. It's what they want to sell, right? It's consumerism. It's what they want. What they want to sell is what they're going to put out in front. What they don't want, they're going to tuck underneath. So I feel Jack is kind of
Absolutely.
lifting the rug up on this one.
So
Yeah.
like the magic mushrooms, they're probably one of the most important tools when you're battling cancer,
Yeah.
because it helps you face death. Is what
Yes.
is what
Helps
you
you
do.
face everything, whatever you're
And
facing.
it puts
Sure
puts
does.
things into perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so because none of us get out of this world alive, nobody does. And so it's a very easy journey when it's coming to the end of life care using mushrooms. And because like I say, we don't win them all. I mean, some people are just too far gone. You've had the shit knocked out of you, the chemo and the radiation and everything. And so now it's easier to deal with somebody at the end of life instead of them being all drugged out on oxy and morphine and fentanyl, because now they're just in a drug-induced coma. You can't talk to them. When cannabis is involved, then the mushrooms is involved, they just go to sleep, man. That's what happens. It's great end of life. You have the conversation. Everybody says goodbye, and that's the best way to do it. I mean, there is no easy way when it comes to this sickness. This is our plague. This is 1 out of every 2 people will have cancer. That's the bottom line. About a year ago, I had a family here, a mother, father, and a daughter. All 3 had cancer. I mean, there's something wrong. There's something wrong, and we don't get it. I mean,
There's something very wrong.
Yes, it's in our food. It's everywhere. I mean, I look at it like this: you get up in the morning, you put the toothpaste in. It says in the back of the box, if you swallow it, phone the Poison Control Center. Now you jump into the shower. We can't take that water and put it to aquarium because it kills the fish. And then you go to the fridge, and then you get out the cow pus and you pour it over whatever the fuck that shit is that they call cereal. Then you get into the car and you start your car. Now you're exposed to fluorocarbons and all the shit. You work in a factory and you walk in, they can't pump the air outside, so it's okay for you to breathe. And hello, it's only 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but you skipped one. You skipped one. You got dressed in the clothing that are covered in the sprays
chemicals,
to keep them freaking. And you're sitting on your couch, which is also covered in Scotch Guard, and
exactly,
that's on your skin. I mean it's everywhere.
Exactly. It's everywhere. The skin is the largest organ that we have. And so all the poison, it's very, very easy. When I think back, when you look at Chrysler's and stuff like that, and the reason the unions had to come in because they were killing people. So you worked on the line, the paint booth, taking the bar salt, washing themselves down, and all those guys, well, that's where all your organ cancers and all that shit comes in, because that's exactly where it goes. It's a petrol product, has a benzene ring that can't be removed. And so I'm pretty anal when it comes to stuff like shatter and stuff made from butane. That's the last thing that I would ever be inhaling. See, because it's made with butane. Butane is a petrol product. It leaves a benzene ring and it cannot be removed. Side effect, leukemia. So pay attention to that shit. It's very,
Pay
very
attention to that shit for
all the
extract
time.
smokers. I'm an extract smoker too, but I'm a big fan of the live resin. So I like the rosins and the presses, which are the all natural ways to do it and to get your extract. That's the stuff that I prefer. I'm not gonna say I won't smoke shatter or anything like that. People send me stuff. I rate products all the time. So yeah, I do consume it. But I try not to do it regularly for sure.
Because it is. It's one of those. I look at it like this. The rule of thumb is if you can't eat or drink it, don't use it.
Good idea. It's a good rule. But you know, Jack, you're an anomaly. Yeah, you really are. You're an anomaly, man. I love you to death for it. I really fucking do. I think it's fantastic, and everybody on the planet should aspire to be like you. But not many of us make that plateau. And that's just life. For the majority of the population, it's difficult for the average Joe that isn't a Jack to give up a lot of that stuff.
See, that's for me. I don't know what happened. I went to bed on a Thursday night. I got up Friday morning and I couldn't eat any of that. None of it. I couldn't eat meat. I couldn't eat fish. I was a charter boat captain. The fish were flopping when I came home. You paid me $700 to put a worm on your hook, and then I couldn't even set foot in my boat. I started to throw up. And so what had happened for myself then to deal with the rape, so I had quantum hypnosis done, and that was to get to the object of the game was to get to my higher self, to take the pain of the little boy, and to help Jacob heal. So when Liliana had come down the first time and performed a quantum hypnosis, we got as far as my ego, because that's what I thought my higher self should look like, a big hairy guy like me. So the injured little boy wasn't present at the time, and so the cancer was gone for a year, because all I did is I swallowed 6 grams of FECO every single day for a year, and then the cancer came back because it didn't change anything. My marriage was still toxic. My food was toxic. My friends were toxic. My life was toxic. Everything was still toxic. So the nightmares and the crying and everything came back again. She had come down again. This time we made connection, because now my higher self, it was everything. So now the injured little boy was present. I was present. And my higher self, it was everything. There was no more room. There was no nothing. And the object of the game was to take the pain of the little boy and help Jacob heal. And this is what allows me to talk about it. So I had realized my higher self had stepped up to the plate long before I requested assistance, because that's the one that said, you're done eating meat, you're done eating fish. And I couldn't eat any of that shit if my life depended on it. And that's when I said, my life doesn't depend on it. It doesn't depend on any of that. So all your fruits, nuts, vegetables, grains, and beans have everything that I need. So this is the healthiest I've ever been in my life. It fixed my diabetes. It regulated my weight, 72 pounds. It gave me the use of my upper girdle back. I wore a leg brace for 28 years. I mean, it fixed my cholesterol. It fixed everything. But I did my part.
Nice. Not many people have that fortitude or nor stamina to follow that through to that extent.
See, when I was facing
it's quite
death,
astonishing to see.
See, when I was facing death, I was consuming 6 grams of FECO a day, and also a half an ounce of psychedelic mushroom. A day.
A day?
A day.
A day, a half-o.
Yes.
Here's us. Look at we're fucking amateur rookies, Cindy.
Yeah. Man, oh
Yeah.
man, I'm not doing nothing.
Jack putting us to
Oh, you're
shame.
joking.
Yeah,
Medicine.
just
See, now
bow
I get to
down
use.
to the medicine.
See, I get to use it as a tool. Now.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing too. Both Cindy and I are treating PTSD. I have PTSD. Cindy has CPTSD. We're both on our own journeys with psychedelics for 12 and months and 24 months respectively. So we're at different stages and we're taking different paths, but similar journeys, and that's what led to the other show that we do, Open Your Eye. So I mean. But my levels are nowhere near like that much,
So
and I'm on
my
gear already.
microdose.
So maybe
see,
I'm going too slow.
Well, my microdose, and in my smoothie, I probably have between 2 and 3 grams every day.
And I've seen that. I've physically seen him do it. So
Every day.
Yeah.
See, I don't get that psychedelic experience or the trails or anything like that. What it does, it helps me deal with people like Kim. It helps me deal with people like Pete. So I do not take on their sadness, because if I
Right.
take the sadness on, I can't help you.
Yeah,
So
right.
it allows me to put up that bubble. You keep your stuff on that side. That allows me to help you. So the object of the game is, when you come and see me, I try to be the most upbeat, happiest person that you've ever met, that you need to put motherfucking sunglasses on when you meet me, so that when you leave, you have some fucking hope. Because you usually, when you're coming, you have no plan of attack. You don't know what to do. You're a deer caught in the fucking headlights. All right.
Right.
And so when
I'm
you
going to
leave,
clarify something. I want to clarify something. My son is tuned in, and he's just in the adjacent room, and he's listening. And he's listening to you talk, but he just arrived a short time ago. There are 2 Kims in the room, Graham, and he was not referring to me. That he has to use mushrooms to deal with your mother is not the case.
That's between you and your family.
Oh, was Graham thinking, oh, is that what I need to deal with?
He's in the living room busting a gut laughing. He's got to use mushrooms to deal with you, right?
Jack's just being honest.
Yep.
Yeah. You're going to have to double the dose to get him on the next show.
well, I'm talking to you guys
Kim
about mushrooms. I
Darcy
mean,
is
fuck, okay?
the director. Yeah.
See, and everybody will get accustomed to using the cannabis. You will get accustomed to using the mushroom. There's absolutely no difference in going to the doctor and he's giving you the pills. You will get accustomed to it. I mean, you take enough of it, the high goes away. It's very difficult for me to get high. I don't look for the high. I look to feel good. So I get up in the morning, my day starts at 4 a.m. and I'm off to the races, and I don't stop consuming until I go to bed. That's so I can sleep, because I still got all the broken body parts. They haven't gone away. I've just learned to deal with it. I mean, I consume 40 grams of cannabis daily.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. But it fixed my diet. It fixed everything. I got all the movement back. So I give a shit if I got to eat a half a pound. It don't matter. Don't matter. I grow it. It doesn't matter. It's salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the best green food ever.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, I feed it to all my animals. My animals, they've all been on it since they're 6 weeks old. That's preventative medicine, so they don't get sick. My dog and cats take more than most humans.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
I feel you on that. I'm on the same track with that. My animals are all on it as well.
Absolutely.
We just lost our golden lab. He lived to a ripe old age of just 21, and
Nice.
21 years old and 3 months he was. And just this week, we lost our cat, and he was just approaching 22.
Yeah,
Mine's 24. The cat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
And you would
yeah.
never think it was 24 years old.
No, it's
Yeah.
still like a kitten. So
Yeah.
it has been on cannabis now for well, as long as I have, so for almost 12 years.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
and you can tell, like, yeah, this cat is still like a kitten.
Makes a difference.
Yeah.
It makes a
Absolutely.
huge difference in their quality of life. You know,
Oh,
arthritis doesn't
absolutely.
hurt.
And so the especially like I give them all high THC. None of them are on CBD, and so for myself, I see it in the animals. It makes them the best version of them they can be, and it's just like what cannabis does for us. You ingest cannabis, it will make the best version of you that can possibly be here. It makes you a better human being. There isn't a damn thing that you can do about it, and I love that part. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. You just become a better human.
Yeah, Bonnie LeBlanc is saying that you're such an inspiration, Jack. There's somebody, a Facebook user says, "Love you, pops."
That's my
You
daughter.
register. All right, that's Facebook user. Shout out to Jack's daughter. Lots of peace and love going out. Peace, pot, and marijuana. Lots of. Do we have any audience questions? Does anybody have any questions for Jack or for Kim about making the movie, or perhaps Peter about his journey, or Linda about hers? We can take them in the chat. Chime in on IWK, and we will get your questions for sure. This documentary's touched a lot of people that I know. Do you get like a lot of contact? Do people get contacted? Linda, do people stop and say, "Hey, are you Linda?"
No, not yet, but I expect that to happen. No, it's been very interesting. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of closed minds, and it's not really like with the circle of people that I used to kind of hang around with. There's closed minds, and the light is being shone in the darkness, and I do appreciate that. Unfortunately, I did lose people in my life, friends, mentors, people that walk closely with me, and they told me they could not be seen with me because I am a cannabis
Really?
user. Yeah.
And what did I do, Linda, when you told me that? I
Well, that was
laughed.
I know that was a good thing for me.
Yes, those were the people that needed to leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
and
weed
so- and
themselves.
this
They
is-
weed themselves out. It's amazing how they do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what I would like to say, just the day before yesterday, I was on the Skype or whatever media with the doctor that signs my
Right.
cannabis. My husband and I both are legally medical marijuana card holders. We can grow. It was a very difficult process, but finally, the doctor I spoke to, it was the fourth time that I got to speak with him. So finally, there's consistency in my care and wellness plan. I have not seen a doctor. I met with Jack. I started implementing all the things that he did for wellness. I was able to cancel. I've had many surgeries to remove skin cancer, and I was able to cancel my last surgery because the cancer was gone. And I would think that my doctors would want to hear about that, and they'd want to know what I did. Like Jack's doctors would want to know, why don't you have bladder cancer anymore, right? But the doctors don't want to hear about that because I haven't been back to a doctor. There's no money on me. There's no making money with a well person. And so I was very pleased with this doctor who will sign what I need. He doesn't give me any grief. And I said, just let me hold the course. Like in all the stress, it's been a very difficult year. We lost our son through suicide. We lost my sister in our own home. I call those COVID deaths, not from COVID, but from the fear of It's very difficult times right now. It's more important than ever that people like Kim and people like Jack and people like you tell the truth, stand up, and fear not. Fear not. Like, we're 1 out of 10. And when we stand up, we light up the darkness. And
true.
unfortunately, for a very long time, there have been a lot of lies. Cannabis is only one, that it's bad. We have been manipulated for a very long time. We're very powerful. Cannabis, as Jack says, it heals, it goes where it needs to go. It gives us what we need to be the best version of ourselves, and it is up to us to do it. It doesn't show up in a pill or a vaccine or any hocus pocus drive through of wellness. It's every single day showing up, doing the right things. And then the payoff is just out of this world. I walked for 10 kilometers today. I'm on Pelee Island right now, engaging with eagles and the beauty of the earth. Beauty's all around us. I was so ill, I could not function. And like Jack says, he's the best of himself now. I'm the best of myself now, too. And that's what's happening.
Pelee Island is beautiful.
It really is. It's magical over here.
I haven't been there for decades. Oh my God. Oh, it's beautiful there. I was very young last time I was there. Oh yeah, I had fun there. That was fun. I haven't thought about that spot for several decades. Oh, that was a fun weekend.
Get on your peace train.
Take that feeling and just make it go through the entire year.
Yes.
Take that. Just go. That's your peace train. Don't let go of that. Linda's a trigger for a lot of those feelings, so just take it and run with it.
Yeah, that was a great weekend. Yeah. Oh, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So I mean, and you're still in the midst of your journey, right? Well, you're clean years now. 5 years, you said, right, Peter?
6 years.
6 years. Sorry, my bad. Fuck, I shortchanged you. My bad. No, we can't be doing that. But so you still maintain with the cannabis and the mushroom therapy, then, do you?
Yeah, I have to. Like I said, Jack, he touched base on all that stuff, right? Like, if you were to add up the dollar amounts, what it would cost me to treat myself, I could not afford to do so. I mean, I'm on 10 grams a day. That's what Health Canada allows me. So the 10 grams I make do, I'm able to, grow my own medicine. I do it safely. I do have kids still that, I don't know. It's a stigma. Like, something we all need to break, I think. Yeah.
See, I don't give a fuck.
I'm with you.
Kim,
See, I don't care
thank you
anymore.
for guys like you to step out. You need all of us. It's everybody to make this happen. Everybody to
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you're the final, like you're taking the next step. So you listen to what Jack says, you change your diet, you take your medicine, and then you grow your own medicine. And it's the ultimate fuck you. It's about me healing myself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
See, you're taking your power back. You're not dependent on anybody. You're taking your power back is what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're becoming responsible for yourself. See, everybody figures there's a magic pill and they go to the doctor and they got their tongue hanging out. Hey, and everybody figures that cannabis is magic, dude. Nah, it's not, man. You still got to do your part.
Oh, you got to do the work.
Yeah, cannabis will assist you. Yeah, cannabis will assist you along the way. It'll make your life easier, but you still got to do what needs to be done.
Yep.
There's no magic.
No.
Okay, now we do have one question that really can't be answered in a nutshell for you there, Bonnie. But we can definitely talk in the future. Bonnie LeBlanc, she wants to know, how do you grow cannabis? Well, it's
that's the next show.
Into
we'll
some
bring in
soil,
Lumpy.
and you got the lights, and you got the great room.
See, that'll be the next show. That's where Lumpy comes in, the Roman gardener.
Yeah. So I mean, we can definitely talk growing and have a couple of you back again and do a growing segment for sure in the future, and maybe show a growing movie at the onset, and then have a Q&A on that after with Lumpy.
That'd be wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, I really appreciate all of you spending the time and bearing with me through my technical difficulties tonight. We've got some giveaways. There are some people in the house. We've got a grinder and a toque that Kim is wearing up in the corner there. So let's do. Okay, JJ, you write down. Turn your back and write down a number between 420 and 710. So everybody that's in the audience, pick a number between 420 and 710. My partner here, JJ, on the show tonight is picking a number. So she's going to write one down between 420 and 710. I don't know what it is. The number is she's writing down. So everybody pick a number between 420 and 710. Pick two numbers. She's going to pick two numbers. One person's going to win the toque. One person's going to win the grinder. Person who gets closest without going over. If nobody is closest without going over, then we will take the next one that is over. So yeah. Person that gets the closest without going over between 420 and 710. Number one won't work, Facebook user.
Well, they're the closest if they're the only one.
Between 420 and 710. Everybody get your numbers in. We're going to put a timer on this. Give everybody time to pick a number. Give JJ time to pick two numbers that are going to win. And one person will get a grinder. One person will get a toque. And I'm just gonna say when it's time, I'll let Kim tell me which prize we're giving away first, and then that way I don't even know that, so I got no part in none of it.
Cover your ass in case the lawyers come after you. Especially if we have a winner in Quebec, we're all fucked.
All right, are we all in? I don't see the chat's not zipping by anymore. It's slowed right down. I think we might be all in now. Lynn's in the house. I know you're guessing as well, Lynn, but you can still do your admin duties, doll. She's our chief admin on chat. She volunteered for the job, and then I designated her job. Two numbers, pick another one. Okay, we're still waiting for two repicks. Okay. Lynn is on the job, see? And Lynn is just she's a group member at IWK, and she joins us every night on our sessions, and she winds up taking care of all of this stuff. So I said, well, you really should have a title.
Yeah.
She was just doing it just to be polite every night.
So now she's our chief chat admin.
No, Mike, you pick one number. There will be two winning numbers picked.
Yeah, pick one number only. And the closest number for each item. Yeah, one number.
Yeah, and then there's just two prizes.
Stoner draws.
This is
Welcome to IWK.
JJ is
Stoner
picking two numbers.
Placing. We're all stoners here.
That's very obvious at this point.
All right.
Lynn says I'm wrong and stoned.
Yeah, we know.
Stoned, Lynn.
Lynn's our CEO, our chief admin is the one who was incorrect here. She's like, I'm stoned too. It was me. Okay.
That is a prerequisite for
All right,
the
we
job
good to
is
go?
to be stoned.
Everybody's stoned for the draw. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. First number that JJ picked is going to what prize, Kim?
The grinder.
The grinder. Up for grabs for the grinder. The person that came the closest without going over to number 675. 675 is the number for the grinder. 675.
666.
You thought you were off duty for the
Mike
movie, did you,
Powell.
Lynn? Oh, you thought wrong, hon. We love you. I'll send you more bars.
Shit. Mike
We
Powell
love
with number
you.
666 seems to be the winner, Kim.
666, Mike Powell. There you go, Mike Powell. You win the grinder. The number for the hat would be number 2. Next up is the hat. We're gonna root for the tooth. What number do we have? 555.
There was actually a
555.
555.
Yeah, there is one.
555 has
Whoa.
got the toque.
Cindy Powell.
Cindy Powell, no way.
Same address. Yay!
I put them. They could go in the same bag. There,
All right.
Kim. You're good.
Yeah. We're gonna get an extra grinder. It sounds like a 2-grinder household.
Congratulations. Oh, that's hilarious. Congratulations, guys. Oh, now you'll have a matching set. Cindy, you can wear your hat while Mike grinds the weed for you. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight on this Thursday's movie night. And our feature film, of course, was Jack's Garage, the documentary Big Pharma doesn't want you to see. Check it out on YouTube for a glitch-free viewing at your leisure, and rewatch it for any parts that we may have screwed up for you, because it is definitely worth a second watch, third watch, fourth, and a fifth. And thank you to all our guests tonight that joined us on the Q&A. Kim Saltarski, director of the film, and of course Jack himself, Jack Kungle, is in the house. Peter DPD is in the house with us on his recovery journey, and then down on the end is Linda talking about her journey and her meeting with Jack. It was great doing this with everybody. I really
Thanks
enjoyed
for
it.
having
And
me.
we'll do it again with a grow segment for sure. Awesome sauce.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Have a good
Thanks
night.
so
Thank
much,
you.
everybody.
All right. Take care.
And of course,
Bye now.
the joint hostess with the mostest, Cindy Howell. I can't do none of it without Cindy. Can't do none of it without Cindy. So thank you, Cindy, for helping me out tonight.
Thank you for having me.
It was awesome. Thanks,
Take
guys.
care. Peace out. Mwah.
Peace out, Linda. And of course, we'll be back next week. I'm not sure what movie we'll have next week. I'm not even sure who'll be hosting it, if it'll be me or somebody else. We'll figure out the details and we'll let you know. Stay tuned for a post, and we'll see you next week on Movie Night. From JJ in the house, we got Cindy in the house, we got me in the house, and we will see you next time on IWK Movie Night. Peace out, guys. Ciao.
Bye, folks.